Throughout the ages, carnivores have always been on the top. But today, we will change that, because we will dominate the Spore universe with the deadliest herbivore in history. But before we can start having wars, genociding species and destroying literal planets, I would firstly like to bring you to the beginning of this story, where we are currently hurtling to the planet Europa with the deadliest specimen enclosed within this meteor.
And if I cannot save it from your failure, Father, then let the galaxy burn.
Now my comrade, welcome to the planet that we shall someday conquer. And if we want to do that, we firstly have to get through each of the 5 stages. Currently we're in the cell stage, and our main goal for now is consuming as many of these green blobs, because they will allow us to get some DNA points, which we can use to upgrade our creature with various deadly parts. Speaking of which, that poor innocent fish just got brutally devoured, which means we can steal its part and put it onto our small creature. But firstly, I do have to call myself a woman.
He's pulling his cock out!
We're now in the cell editor, and as you can see, we can equip it with multiple parts. But for our purposes, we only want to make this creature as deadly as possible. So, say hello to the Herbosaurus. Its diet only consists of plants, but it preys on carnivores for the thrill of the hunt. Anyway, before long we have killed countless more species and obtained their parts. This little bastard was even so strong, it managed to take down a giant fish on its own. And with that being said, I think we have now done everything there is to do in the cell stage. So, we can upgrade our creature by giving it legs and a So, without any further ado, welcome to land. In the animal stage, you progress by killing other species or befriending them, and seeing as how the only thing we've done up until this point, I think you know what to expect. What the hell? Alright, so with that being said, it is time to meet our neighbor, the humble Spiky McHugh.
That little voice saying there's still hope, it's lying.
And boom, we have vanquished their kind from the face of this planet. But we are nowhere near done yet. So, let's destroy the life privileges of a few more innocent creatures. And boom, the last one of our neighbors has been sent to the underworld. And evolution has rewarded us with a bigger brain. So we now have more health, and we can even have pack members. Yes, totally. Anyway, by killing those species, we have obtained some more DNA points. So, it is time for us to find a woman and partake in mating. Hello my friend, we're now in the creature editor, where I shall make the Herbosaurus into this. Listen, okay, I know it looks like a deformed bird that just spent the last 25 years in Chernobyl, but it has the strongest abilities currently available. So I guess it's time to put them to use.
Your Volkswagen has returned! I bring the destruction of the toddlers of Olympus!
Okay, quick update. We have gotten absolutely overwhelmed by these species, and now my corpse is definitely going to be molested. And if that wasn't worse enough, my family has literally decided to leave me for that. So, I guess in that case, it is time to get serious. After using my decisive skills, I have successfully sent those bastards to heaven. But even more, we have once again gotten a bigger brain. So I think you know what that means. Yes, we shall break the laws of physics and fly back to our base, where we will take this beautiful monstrosity and make it into the apex predator. Never mind. It would seem I was mistaken.
I'm joking! Stop! 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 I have to break back!
Well then, I think my balls are currently in my throat, but it would seem we're still alive to fight another day. Therefore, I guess we shall kill everything in our path, consume a bit of fruit, and once again, obtain a huger brain. Now, at this point, I thought I made quite a strong species because, well, I could literally kill everything with ease, but yeah, we still have something that's far stronger than us. Which means if you want to become the ultimate herbivore, we must firstly take down that beast. Wait, why is there a cutscene? As I was saying, I will befriend 3 of my pack members and kill everything in my path in order to give our creature an absolutely humongous brain. By doing so, we have now obtained a ton of health and we actually might stand a chance against the apex. So, without any further ado, it is time to provoke that bastard and bring him back to our base. As I was saying,
Rip and tear until it is done.
and boom, the bastard has been defeated, and we have now become the apex predator of the animal stage. With that being said, I think it's time to enhance the Herbisaurus once more and move up the evolution ladder by discovering the art of fire. So now welcome to the third stage, aka the tribal stage. Over here, our classification as a herbivore will come in quite handy, because we can steal fruit from the trees and use that food to make some babies or build some huts. Now, if we want to beat this stage, we have two options available. Either mesmerize the other villages with our instrument abilities, or we can snap their necks, sacrifice their children, and erase all tracks of their existence by burning down their village. And I think it's needless to say what will happen in a few moments. So let me quickly build a torch hut, equip my men with torches, and send them to conquer the pink village in our name by burning the residents alive. And with that, we have conquered our first village. So our hut has become more advanced, and we can make 3 more babies to join our ranks and help us destroy our enemies. Speaking of which, our next target is the Cyan village. Well then, those two tribes stood absolutely no chance. But from here on out, the tribes will become stronger. So I have to be a bit more careful while attacking their... And I just lost almost all of my men. So in that case, I will make a totally tactical retreat and regrow my army by creating a ton of babies. So it's time to once again attack them and take their village as our own. Now, only 2 villages remain. The purple village and the yellow village. So, it's time to build ourselves a spear hut and bring an end to their existence. You know, that was for the most part at least my plan, but I decided to go on the toilet during the last battle and, well, my man got absolutely demolished. Hey, that was fun, but yeah, after repopulating our ranks probably for the 5th time, we were able to send them to the other side. By doing so, our species has grown smart enough to start their own civilization, and they already have prosperous ideas of nukes, tanks, and muffins. So now welcome to the 4th stage. The modern stage. Over here you can win in one of 3 ways. Either you seduce the other cities with money and slowly corrupt their minds until you can buy their city, either you start a religion and share it across the globe, or you do what we shall do. Become a military superpower which only focuses on obtaining as much money as possible in order to grow its army and conquer the globe with war. But before we can actually start doing that, we firstly need to get some money. And a lot of it. So say hello to the spice geysers, aka fart gas. By colonizing this thing, we will be able to get a ton of money to grow our city and subsequently our army. So without any further ado, it is time to begin our journey of capturing the globe.
Remember, no rushing.
Für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten.
And boom! The first city is now under our control, but we aren't done yet. We must spread and control even more cities. Our kind will not sleep, will not eat, will not shit until the last enemy falls. Alright, we have captured every single city on our continent, and in doing so we have unlocked the ability of flight, which means we can bring our desire of death and destruction overseas and destroy every singular city in our path. They discriminate against no one, and basically no city stands in their way. Even more, we nuked one city just for the fun of it. Well, it would seem the last one has surrendered. So I guess it's time to finally enter the most difficult stage of them all, the space stage.
Your kind know nothing but hunger, purged all life on the upper layers, and yet they remain unsatiated. As do you.
A galaxy filled with opportunity, danger, and countless of species to destroy. So here is our final goal. We must kill and destroy all that come in our path, so that we can get to the center of the galaxy and finally meet the creator of the universe, God. Now before we can actually do that, we have firstly been sent on a mission by our homeworld captain. We have to observe our solar system planets. There we find a crashed alien ship, which seems to have drawn some kind of a map. So if we follow that map, we're led into another solar system, and we find a city burned to the ground. The only thing that remains are some soulless drones protecting something that has already been lost. Once we report to our homeworld, we are told to expand the empire by colonizing another solar system, and so we put one colony on this barren wasteland. But from this point onward, we are done with their orders. Now our only mission is the center of the galaxy coupled with destruction. But if we want to do that, we firstly need to get some upgrades. So say hello to a fellow user of the PP ship. They have a prosperous civilization, and they were even kind enough to let me buy a range upgrade for my spaceship. Sadly, we cannot buy anything else because, well, we are kind of broke. And in that case, I guess it is time to do what we do best. So, status update. It would seem our ship was absolutely powerless when it came to destroying their planet. Like, look at this. It can't even destroy one measly building. So, in that case, we must use a weapon despised by all in the galaxy. It literally brainwashes the residents of the planet into willingly giving you the planet. And in doing so, we can sell all of their buildings for an immense sum of money. And with this money, we can finally buy all of the upgrades our heart desires, like increased ship range, energy, and even nuclear weapons. And what better to test out those abilities than to use them on the very creatures that sold them to me. And boom, their civilization has crumbled to dust, and we have now also acquired everything we need for a trip to the center of the galaxy. After a quick trip through a wormhole, we're now very close to the galactic core. So I will colonize one of the many planets in the region in order to establish a base where I can respawn. Because, well, the whole region around the center is controlled by an extremely aggressive species called the Groks. And they shoot at everyone once it enters their airspace. So yeah, it goes without saying I died a lot of times while trying to reach the core, and if that wasn't worse enough, my spaceship range could not reach certain star systems, so I had to try multiple times until I eventually found the right path to the galactic core. Over here it is promised that I will meet God, who shall bestow unto me the greatest gift of them all.
What the hell? Brother, your name is Steve.
Whoa, I was expecting something greater. But in short, Steve over here went on a bit of a ramble. And in the end, he gave me the power to bestow life on any planet imaginable. In doing so, he has made us gods as well. But in all honesty, that is not what we want to do. We want destruction. So I will completely disregard his blessing and focus on delivering our one true goal over the next few millennia. And all who shall stand in our way will perish.
You've taken everything from me, machine. And now